Hi 4th grade, I miss you all. I hope that FSA went well. You'll get to choose the color of yarn you're gonna use, and in this video I'll show you how to continue and start your weaving. Some of it in the beginning can be tricky, but don't give up. We're gonna do it step by step together, and you'll be really surprised at what you are able to create. So I hope this is a relaxing time so you can get a little brain break from all the testing and have fun with it. When we start, you'll have your painted plate. The painted plate has been warped, which means the white string has been wrapped around its frame. And you want to make sure this last tail is going through number 19. So if it fell out, put it back into number 19, and so that tail comes out the front. So let me do that again. If your string fell out, it's gonna go into number 19 and come out the front. So you have this little tail. So some of it might be a little slanted. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, because once we start our weaving that's going to go around and around, it will get pulled to the center. First, we need to tie our colored string to the white string that is inside that pie slice, that gap. So I'm going to stand them next to each other. Let's learn to tie a knot together again. So let's stand them next to each other like they're best friends. But these best friends are gonna go fishing. They are going to loop. I'm gonna hold it down and loop to make a fish. Do that one more time. So these best friends stood next to each other. They are going to loop. They caught a fish. But this fish was not the smartest, so it was swimming around and it ate its own tail. So the tail is gonna go behind and through the loop. And the fish disappeared. After I make that knot, alright, I'm gonna pull these colors apart so we can have a really long colored string. But first I need to cut off the end of my knot. Keeping my knot there, I'm just gonna cut off that extra string that can go in the trash so your knot will not be as bulky. And then I pull them apart so that I have just my colored string. Now we're ready to start weaving. I'm gonna start in the empty slice. Again, it doesn't matter which way, left or right, that you go. Just make sure you keep on going in that same direction. So I think I'm gonna go to my left. So I have my string held in one hand, and the colored string is gonna start weaving. Our pattern is gonna go over, under, and then pull it all the way through. Over, under, and then pull it all the way through. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go over the white string, and then under the next white string. It's like a snake weaving through the grass. Over one white string, under, over, under. As I'm holding this, I notice that this string is still loose. We need to make it tight so it's straight like the rest of the white string. So I'm gonna keep pulling all the way, and it's going to start to fill in that gap. So I'm gonna just keep going. If I pull on my red string, I see that my last spot was right here, because now that white string is shaking when I pull it. So I just went under that one. So what's my next step gonna be? I'm gonna go over this one. So I'm gonna take my red string, go over, under, over, under. Okay, before I get any farther, all of this tangled mess needs to be pulled tight. So I'm gonna pull. If your knot gets stuck, just keep pulling. Slowly but surely, your gap, that pie slice that was missing, is going to become a straight line. I'm gonna keep going. I pull on this string. I can see that I just went under this one. Under, over, under, over, under. Once you reach the end, you are ready to tie a new knot with a new colored string. Once you've woven your first color and you've pulled it all the way through so it started to make a circle in the middle, you want to make sure you leave your colored string the length of your finger. If you've woven your string all the way through and there's only a tiny little left, it's going to be really hard to tie a knot. So undo some of that weaving if you don't have a lot of room left over. Now I'm going to get my next color. Same thing. You're going to have them stand right next to each other. They are going fishing. So I'm going to loop it. And then this fish ate its own tails. Both tails are going to go through and behind the loop and pull. I can cut off the extra string so my knot's not super long. Pull it to make it tight and separate the colors, so I'm left with this purple tail. Now find where you last just went under, and you will start again your pattern of over, under, and pull to make any loose string tight. Pull all the way through. Get those knots in there too. Pull, 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 and then over, under, pull. You'll repeat these steps. Weave over, under, until you reach the length of your finger. Tie a new colored string until you'll see these rings of color appear in the middle of your weaving. Have fun, 4th grade.